Started. So, hi, welcome everyone. Welcome to Exotel's webinar on how you can save time, effort, and operational costs with crawl campaigns. And with us, we have Partha from uh, product team and also Apur from a customer success team. Partha takes care of building dialer and campaign products, whereas Apur works very closely with customers in making sure that they get to solve the problems they are trying to solve using different solutions at Exotel. So try and rejoin so that you can join the session early. So moving on, if you have any questions, do drop them in Q&A tab, and the session is being recorded and will be shared with you via email for your references or for your team's help. And feel free to drop us a hello@exotel.com at any time, even after the webinar. And we have a link that we are going to paste in the chat section here. So use that link to reach us, if not via our email ID, so that we can help you out in solving some of your problems around customer engagement in general. So this is the agenda of today's call. So we are going to discuss some landscape around customer engagement in general, and what are some opportunities for us to automate the customer engagement, and how call campaigns as a tool can help in this automation process. And let's also, Partha will be taking you through the types of call campaigns and some use cases and workflows. And towards the end, Apur would show us some blueprints and use cases of some of the customers who are using our call campaigns. So pretty interesting use cases or blueprints lined for you. So stay tuned till the end of the webinar so that you could learn how businesses are also using call campaigns to solve some of the challenges. In the meantime, if you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the Q&A. We can take them up contextually while we are discussing that particular topic, or we can take them in the Q&A session. Okay, so a bit about Exotel. So we call ourselves OneXO. That's because of the recent news, if you've been following this space. So Exotel merged with Ameo recently. It's been almost 6 months now, and acquired Cogno 2 months ago. So together we form a full stack customer engagement platform, and we are a team of 1,000 folks working from different places in India, and we serve close to 6,000 customers today. And we power 50 million engagements every day. That includes calls, SMSs, chat, everything around customer and engagement. And we power communication or engagement in 60 countries. And why do we call ourselves a full stack platform? That's because we have all the channels and networks for you to engage with your customers broadly under 3 platforms. One is we have a communication platform and a contact center platform, which is brought by Ameo, and we have a conversational AI platform, which is brought in by Cogno. And upon these stack, we have several applications or products that we built, which you can see campaigns is part of the products that we are going to discuss today. And these are some of the flagship use cases or the problems that business problems that Exotel solves for different functions in a company. So you may have been aware of number masking or support center that are used by different companies, including HDFC Bank, Ola, Swiggy, and almost all the unicorns in India. So we are Exotel, and you got to know a bit about us. So we want to know a bit about you. So please help us in terms of understanding who you are, which function you belong to. So I'm launching a small poll, so you can see some questions on the screen. So just 2 questions. So what function do you belong to? And have you used a customer engagement platform before? So this will help us to tweak the questions or examples during the session, and make it more relatable to you or your function based on the audience that we have today. Okay, I'll close the poll in another 10 seconds. So okay, we have responses coming in. So far, sales seems to be the highest function in the attendees. Close to 35% are from sales, followed by customer experience, operations. Okay, so I'm just going to end the poll right now. Okay, so this is the current audience today. We have sales followed by experience, operations, and then by product management, marketing, support, and engineering. And good to know that we have half of the attendees here who are users of Exotel. And maybe by end of the webinar, we can see if the rest of the attendees can also make some value of using Exotel as a platform. Okay, so let's start by discussing on how the current landscape is. So we notice that businesses, the only way businesses or teams can grow is by automation. So the more you automate, the more processes you automate, the better the growth is. And in customer engagement in general is such a function where a lot of automations are possible. But again, we should not be trying to automate everything and anything, because calling, for instance, is a very personal channel for customers, and they wish to have some sort of personal feel while talking on phone. But at the same time, there are a few instances that are possible to be automated using campaigns as a channel, and make it easy for not only the customers but also yourself to automate some of the tasks that even customers may not really expect to have a manual presence. And these are the top 5 that we are going to go deep in today's webinar. So broadly, today, a lot of companies use agents, or they do have manual processes to call agents, to call their customers repeatedly, either to remind them of something or to confirm them of something, take some feedback or survey, or notify customers, or even do lead generation. So these are some opportunities where the personal we can still give the personal touch by using call campaigns, which may not be possible with SMS or email campaigns. We'll see what the difference is in some time. But these are the broad level of activities you can try and automate using call campaigns as a tool. So what is call campaigns, right? So like any other campaigns, even call campaigns is a one-to-many broadcast, but here we are doing it with voice as a medium. And here using call campaigns, you can target or segment different buckets of your customers and send them a relevant message, and can be scheduled in a point in time. And these call campaigns can have a message which can have a call to action or a response required from customer, or it could be a simple announcement also. We'll be seeing more examples on these. And the call campaigns can or cannot have a human in the flow as well. By that I mean, unlike other campaigns like SMS or email, in call campaigns you can have agents in the flow, so that you can make the most out of the campaigns that you run. So we'll just look at few top values that or benefits that you can get in terms of growing your business using call campaigns. So the first is having the best and efficient productive team of you have, because your agents will no longer have to make calls manually, and they can do more complex tasks. For example, the other day I was traveling somewhere, and post the travel, I was called by agents to rate my travel experience on a scale of 1 to 5, which I think could have easily been automated. Whereas those agents could have been doing better work or complex tasks. And not only you can reduce the team size, but you can also reduce the operational cost in general. For instance, some of the customers have built processes in a way that their operations cost can be reduced. For instance, one of the customers used call campaigns to save shipping charges, or to reduce the shipping charges by using call campaigns. We'll be seeing those examples also in some time. And with call campaigns, you can almost make sure that the cash flow is consistent and regular. And for instance, we use call campaigns at Exotel to remind our customers about their account renewals. And we do this every month end, where we just shoot a campaign where we remind customers to renew their accounts, so that they can continue using the using Exotel as a platform. Similarly, a lot of banks use troll campaigns for their EMI reminders or policy renewal reminders. We'll see some of those examples soon. And obviously, troll as a very efficient or personal channel to the customer can be used to have lead generation done with high intent leads, because of the high response rates troll in general has over other channels. So I just want to draw, before I hand it over to Partha, I just want to draw the line between when is it that you can use troll campaigns versus email or SMS campaigns. So these are some of the characteristics of email, or the common characteristics of email or SMS campaigns. So most of the campaigns that you send via email or SMS are generally promotional in nature. I'm not talking about transactional emails or SMSs which are triggered by events, but rather than one-to-many campaigns. And these are less action critical. That means you may not really need to have a definite response from customers. And even though there are responses, the responses are very low. And SMS in general has very minimal data for you to really understand what went around the campaign. Whereas troll campaigns, unlike email or SMS, is more of operational or opt-in promotional in nature. So that means that these trolls are very critical for business as well as customers. So these are, if these trolls are or if a particular action is not made, then there is a customer experience being hurt or your business revenue is being hurt. So that is when you need to use troll campaigns because of the high response rates in general. For instance, these are only the current industry benchmarks, but we've seen at Exotel where troll campaigns get up to almost 90% response rates when it is executed right. And yeah, troll campaigns are very rich in data so that you can analyze what went in the troll campaigns in terms of who listened to the trolls, who dropped off, how many responses, who responded what. So you can make the most out of the data to make the processes even better. Okay, so before I hand it over to Partha, I have another poll. This is to understand if you have experienced or used troll campaigns before. Just a second, I'm just launching the session. Okay, so I just launched a poll. Just wanted to see how many of you have used troll campaigns before, and if you haven't used troll campaigns, what are the other campaigns have you used in general for customer engagement? Okay, so looks like not a lot of attendees here have used. Okay, now I think half of the, okay, I'm going to end the poll in some time. Okay, ending the poll. Okay, so looks like 50% of you have used troll campaigns and 50% of you haven't. And we see that SMS has the most popularity among the other channels that we have, for campaigning. Thanks for your responses, guys. So I'm just handing it over to Partha. Partha.
Yeah, so I'll share my screen.
Sure.
Okay, are you able to see my screen? Okay, I guess, yeah. So thanks,
Yes,
Aid.
yes.
Yeah, thanks, Aid, for the introductory part of the call campaign. And taking the discussion forward, I would like to discuss more on the use cases, how the different use cases can be covered using the call campaigns. So basically, these use cases can also be divided into multiple types based on two major criteria. One is whether there's a human or agent is involved or not. And the second criteria is whether the event or the response to a campaign that is time critical or not. So based on these two criteria, we can have a 2x2 matrix, which I'll show and explain. So yeah, so if the first use case could be the campaigns where the it is not neither a time critical nor a human or agent is required. So example of such use cases could be feedback collections or a customer survey where businesses can just ask the customer to fill a form and then we can get the data. So this is non-time critical, and also human intervention is also not required. Moving next, so these are the use cases like payment reminders, COD confirmation, delivery schedule confirmation. These use cases are sort of time critical, which means that the customer communication has to happen within a specified time. Think of a credit card bill payment, or a credit card company wants to inform or rather remind their customer about a bill payment date and bill payment amount. So there's a time involved here. This is a time critical event, and hence this kind of event can be planned in a better way. The next sort of type of use cases could be where the event is also time critical as well as human intervention is also required. So we can think of an active lead generation use case, or a use case where IVR based agent routing is required. So in this case, the IVR will be played out, and customer will have to provide an input. Based on the customer input, we can connect the customer to an agent. So this covers both the human involvement as well as the time criticality, because when the customer asks to connect to to an agent, the agent has to be there. So this happens quite asynchronously. The next use case could be something where the human involvement is required. That means agent is required, but it's not that time critical. So we can think of an use case where like passive lead generation or async support follow-up, wherein customer may request for some service or some support request they have raised. The agent is not available at that time. They might reach out to a customer at a later point of time. So this entire communication happens asynchronously. So I think this is the way we can divide this call different use cases of call campaign into a multiple criteria. Next, I will cover the different kind of workflow that can be possible using call campaign. So based on your campaign requirement, we can design different workflows. So the first workflow which I will talk, which is a one-way workflow. Here, let's say for typical promotional offer campaign or announcement campaign, where the businesses will provide some or just inform the customer about their offers or their new product, or it could be a awareness campaign as well. Like we have seen that government does this thing with the COVID campaign. They will say do's and don'ts. So this is a one-way flow where you have to just inform the customer and do not need any sort of a input from the customer. Wherein in two-way flow, the customer input is required. So how this happens is like from the business, there let's say a feedback form has been shared with the customer over a call, and based on the customer input, we might use that input for business might use the input for improving their product or services, or they might want to design another campaign based on those inputs. A classical use case could be delivery confirmation, where if the customer said, okay, I have not received the order, then they have to check and they have to follow up with the customer. Or if they have received the order, that's a typical happy flow, so they will not reach out to the customer again. So those kind of decisions they can take based on the use case, and this covers the two-year workflow. Another complex use case could be, or workflow could be, a two-way workflow combined with an agent at the end of the IVR. So how it happens, basically, business will send a IVR to a customer. Customer will provide an input, and based on that input, the agent will be connected. Think of an use case like that active lead generation use case, where an IVR will be paid out for, let's say, a loan interest. If the customer say yes, okay, they want to know more about it. So based on that interest, agent will be connected with the customer and explain the process, or maybe they can just warm the lead, and maybe can take the further processes ahead. So this is basically the workflows we can design using Exotel platform. Then I will explain a bit on the demo, but before that, I would like to take a poll. just want to know what problem do you wish to solve using call campaigns?
So you may have already gotten some understanding on the different types of use cases in general. So if you have a problem that you're facing in your processes, so what is something that you would like to experiment with using call campaigns? Okay, so I mean, I think we have a good number of responses where I think most of the attendees want to remind customers, and some of them want to do lead generation. So it looks like we have responses where some of, I mean, everyone, I mean, almost all the problems are relatable, I suppose. So thanks for your responses.
Yeah, thanks, Saib. So moving on, we'll explain what is our offering in terms of call campaigns, and then after that I will go for the demo. So why Exotel call campaign? I think Exotel, using Exotel call campaign, you can actually achieve all of these use case with ease and simplicity. And also we have a very rich UI where you can actually, the campaign manager can actually easily can create a campaign, manage a campaign, and monitor the performance of the campaign in the dashboard. So here are a couple of benefits of using Exotel call campaign. First of all, it's scalable. You can actually call up to 5 lakh contacts in a single campaign. It's more efficient. We have retry mechanism to call, let's say failed or no answer use cases where, let's say, the customer is not picked up the phone. You can try them at a later point of time. So you can design that retry capability. We have dashboard and reporting to help you to analyze the performance of the campaign. After you finish the campaign, you can generate the report and do all this analytics and reporting. And all of these features are available both in dashboard as well as in API, so that you can do integration and you can build your own solution around it. So with this, I'll quickly jump onto the demo part. Okay, let me share my screen. Okay, so can you see my screen? I guess, right? Can you confirm?
Yes, we can.
So this is Exotel, campaign dashboard page. Under the tool section, you can see the campaigns. So once you click here, you can you'll be redirected to this campaign homepage. In this homepage, we have campaigns, list, and contacts. So under the campaign, we have call campaign and dialer campaign. And under the list, we have a specific list which you want to, let's say for any campaign, list is a prerequisite. So let's say I'm a campaign manager, and I would like to run a campaign to a set of customer list. So I can come here, I can create a list. I think the list is taking some time to upload, but I'll show you how to create a campaign. So here we have the create call campaign button. So if you go there, you can, by simply filling up this form, you can create a campaign. So let's say I create a campaign, it's like demo. List, I can select any of the list, which is, these lists are already a saved list. I can select any of this list. I can select a start date. By default, the end date is actually 30 days away from the start date. We can change it also. I can select a caller ID. I can select an IVR flow. Okay. And now there's a retry mechanism here, which basically will help you to retry some of these calls which are not being answered. So let's say I pick retry is 2. That means the failed or busy or no answer called will be retried twice. I can set up the retry interval, let's say 30 minutes. So every time the number is busy, after 30 minutes, we'll again retry to this number. And the rest of the things are self-explanatory, like transactional campaigns and all. Okay, and now we can just create a campaign. Yeah, the campaign created successfully. You can see the campaign details here. The campaign is now its scheduled state. The start time is 3:27. So after 1 minute, it will start. And you can see the campaign dashboard is not populated because there's nothing at this moment. Once the campaign will start, this data will start populating, and you can see the live data. You can also refresh the data to check the live status. I will show you the one which we have completed. So let me open this one. This one is actually this is an old campaign which we have created 2 days back, and we can see the total number of calls. We can see the status of each of these total status of the campaign, like how many calls were completed, how many calls have failed. These are the campaign metadata, and at the bottom you can see the call details. So these are the individual call details. Basically, you can see that, okay, how many, which are the numbers in which you made a call, what are the call durations and everything. So this gives you, and this is kind of a out, I mean, your call data summary, where you can just check, how many calls you've made, and you can also even hear the recording as well if you have recording option enabled. Yeah, so this actually summarizes the call campaign part, and also with after finishing a call campaign, you can download the report. So just by clicking the download option here, you can download the report. You can open and see the report. So this report is quite a it's complete. It contains all sort of data, like campaigns, when the number is created. It's a very exhaustive list of data, and it also consists of pricing information as well. So you can use this data and for your reporting purpose as well. Okay, I think this summarize the demo part. I think I will now hand it over to Apurv to discuss on more real world and business use cases which he has encountered with his customers. So Apurv, over to you.
Hey, thanks, Fatah. Hey, hello everyone. I have, as Fatah pointed out, I have specifically picked 4 very interesting yet different, unique use cases which are currently being used within using the call campaigns feature in Exotel by Exotel's customers currently. First, I think is the delivery, rescheduling, which saves times and effort. Second one is for saving cost. Third one is a very out of the box, use case which we have implemented for a customer sometime back. And the last one is a very business essential use case, which is, to the survey to get NPS score. This is Net Promoter Score. Cool. Let's move on to, the first use case. Partha, if you could. Yes. So in this use case, basically, this is a very interesting use case used for delivery rescheduling for a cosmetic e-commerce business. All of it starts by the delivery agent trying to attempt a delivery and failing to deliver. So this company accumulates all the data in a list in their database for the entire day, and towards the evening, they use the API version of the call campaigns to trigger a call for all these failed deliveries, and an IVR is played to all these orders, all the customers of the who had these orders, and on the IVR they have an option to either confirm whether they want the company to attempt the delivery, or they can simply decline that they don't want that order anymore. So this, once they confirm that they would want the delivery to reattempt, they would want the company to reattempt the delivery. We ask them on the IVR itself, we ask them about their preferred date and time, which is the next 2-3 days, and then update this back into the company's database, from where it is passed on to their logistics team, who then reattempt the delivery. Moving on to the second use case, which is cost saving on this actually helps a current hyperlocal business save cost on shipping of cash on delivery orders, which are very heavy. You can maybe it's very logical to understand that heavy orders, the shipping cost for heavy orders is very huge. And what this company does is they again create a list of all the orders which have happened throughout the day, which were cash on delivery, marked as cash on delivery. And before the processing of shipping starts, which usually happens, later part during the day after, maybe around midnight. So during, after the evening, they accumulate all these orders, and they manually trigger multiple IVR calls using the call campaigns dashboard, where they ask the customers whether they would want to confirm the cash on delivery order, or they would want to decline the order. If they confirm the cash on delivery order, then it would make sense for them to ship that, process that order further, and then deliver that order eventually. And if, let's say, they deny the order, they essentially, if they were not doing this process, they would be losing money on the shipping cost of these orders which are declined. Moving on to the third use case, which is, as I mentioned earlier, it is a very unique out of the box implementation of very unique out of the box implementation of call campaigns feature. This was used to organize a competition for it was used to organize a competition for a marketing campaign for a brand. So what this brand did is they asked the customers to participate, to give a missed call to participate in a competition. And whenever, after the deadline for the participation was passed, they curated a list of all the participants, and they used the Exotel's call campaigns feature to trigger trigger in the form of a call questions about this brand, where customers would pick, okay, this is the feature of the brand, or what do they know about the brand, and that they created awareness about that brand. And they did this 7 continuous days, where whoever was giving the answer, all the participants who was giving the correct answers was shortlisted, and then another call campaign was triggered the next day, and so on. I think it went on for 7 days, and at the end of the 7th day, the participants were finalized who could answer all the questions correctly, were given coupons and accolades from the brand. The last one, the use case that I've picked for you guys is it's currently being used by a lot of logistic companies, a lot of e-commerce businesses to conduct NPS surveys for all their recent orders. So what they do is basically they wait for for maybe 2 days, 3 days, 7 days, and they collect all the recent orders that were delivered through them. They trigger using a call campaigns API. They trigger a call to all the users to whom this order was delivered, and they ask, or the transaction was made, and they ask them to rate the service that they have experienced. So if the services, the ratings are closely 7 to 10 out of a scale of 7 to out of a scale of 0 to 10, if they rate somewhere between 7 to 10, then I think they thank them on the greeting on the call itself, and then they send out an SMS of thanking them again. And then if, let's say, the the rating is lower, then they actually have an option to either connect to an agent so that the brand or the company can address their concern and solve their problems and increase their NPS score towards the end of the call. So yeah, I think these were the 4 different use cases that I had picked out. Passing this on next to Sahit.
Hey, thanks, Apoorv. So, and just let's wrap the session by looking at some of the best practices that you can follow while using call campaigns. So try and have some sort of permission marketing model implemented, and take an opt-in from customers so that they're not taken by surprise when you make an automated call campaign. And always give an opt-out option so that customers can always choose to not be in the list. So that they can have better trust in the brand that they're associated with. And keep the message or the call always short and to the point, and experiment it more so that you can arrive at the best copy and length of the message with the required options in the IVR. And always segment your audiences by language, age, gender, so that you can send the right message to the right person. And in fact, we have a lot of customers that do send campaigns by different vernacular languages in India. And always remember to evaluate the performance of campaigns and integrate with your system so that all the data is in your system, and you don't need to have to analyze crawl campaigns separately, but can merge crawl campaign data with your transactional or CRM data. So this is a wrap to the session. So if you have any questions, we are happy to take. So drop your questions in the Q&A tab or in the chat section. And Partha, we have a question already. So Pradeep asked, when I do call, it will take an hour to send an IVR just to a 5,000 contact list. So how robust is our system, and in what time can you make a call campaign to say a list of 5,000 people?
Yeah, so I think 5K calls should not take, I mean, it also depend on the calls per minute, because for every account we have a calls per minute settings. So while at the time of buying the call campaign solution, you can just check with your account manager, how much you need basically. So the default is 60 basically. So if you need to finish the entire campaign within a very short period of time, then you can actually increase your CPM, which is calls per minute, and then you can finish it accordingly. So I think that's the way you can do it. Sometimes it might get slow if you have more number of campaigns at the same time. So let's say if you have let's say 3-4 campaigns running at the same time, then it might get slow. Yeah, but if you have higher CPM, then you can encounter this kind of situations.
Okay, we have more questions. So Chandar Shekhar asks, IVR workflow for a call complaint. So Chandar Shekhar, so I think Apurv put out a flow in terms of taking NPS or survey from customers. So we'll send this slide to you, and we can also help you if you want to design a IVR workflow to take feedbacks or complaints from customers. It is possible. So Abhishek asks, does cold calling work in real estate effectively? So Apur, you want to take it up, Apur or Partha, about cold calling with campaigns?
Yeah, I think cold calling is, I mean, we have, dialer solutions for that. You can also do a cold calling effectively by using IVR as well. Depends upon how you want to design the flow. Okay. But yeah, it's possible.
Okay. So we have another question from Sanjana. Is it possible to initiate a call campaign from my CRM?
Yeah, so we, what CRM are you using? That I have to check. We have a different integrator, CTI integration for, Salesforce and Lead Squared. So we are in couple of them are also in a pipeline. So we have different integration available for all the CRM providers. So basically you can do it. Just need to know your CRM provider so that we can confirm that.
Just to add to Partha's point here, because the call campaigns is also available in the API format. Yeah. I think it's integratable from our side. It's integratable from anywhere. If it kind of depends if, let's say, your CRM allows to do that. If they can do that, then I think of course we can integrate with ACR.
Okay, so we have another question from Kamal. So call campaigns are free for existing customers, or else is it chargeable?
I'll take that. Right now, it is a free feature in the sense that we don't charge you separately for the feature itself. The usage of feature will then charge you whatever your call rates are. Then you will get charged according to the call rates. But the feature itself is free.
Okay, so we have a question from Abhishek. So how much is the latency for the APIs for the call campaign? Also, do you have any scheduled time for the day when we can trigger the campaign? Scheduled time of the day.
So transactional calls are, I mean, we have 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. That time duration where we schedule a call campaign, because there are some guidelines there for Indian numbers. And what is the other question? I think
how much is the latency for the APIs?
So API latency, I think it's a couple of milliseconds only. It depends. If you have a GET call which bulk number details, then it might take some time. But generally, this API latency is less. It's in a millisecond actually.
Okay. Okay. So Sanjana asks, call campaigns are usually looked at as spam. How can businesses get across or that mindset customers have for business calls? So Sanjana, I'll take that question. So that's why one of the points I mentioned for the best practice is to take explicit permission from call campaigns, try and use it as less for promotional, especially for troll database, because it may not be very good for the brand. For instance, we at Exotel included one of the terms in our sign-up conditions as that we can reach out to them via call as a channel. So once you have that consent or permission, you should be able to deliver good experiences because customers more or less know that you would be reaching out to them via call. And also, speaking of spam, please try and have some sort of branded calls or something like a verified caller IDs, so that customers can know that this is like, for instance, Truecaller or Google verified calls, so that customers know that it's the brand that who's calling with the rather than some unknown number.
Seth, I'll actually add something to your answer as well. Sanjana, actually, in the call campaigns, use the call flow which you have designed for the campaign. So in the call flow, you can actually use our dynamic greeting feature to specifically, if let's say you have names of the customer, you can actually use that feature to call out the names of the customer your message can say ki, hello Sahit, this is a call from XYZ company regarding your inquiry or XY, whatever. So that can actually make it more personalized and not come across as spam. And as Sahit pointed out, you can also brand the number that you're calling from in Truecaller. So Truecaller now, I think, also allows you to put the reason for call in the pop-up that they give. So it can be actually a good branding image, and they'll know that you're calling. So that is, I think, these are the two ways I think you can cut the spam feeling from the customers.
Yeah, thanks, Apurv. So we have a question from Asha. So do you have any option to increase call connectivity? Partha, you want to take it up? Or in fact, guys, we also have Avnish from our product team. Yeah, please feel free to ask more questions around the product. Yeah, Partha.
Yeah, so it is a call connectivity, you're asking this question.
Yeah, do you have an option to increase call connectivity?
So I think call connectivity is like, it's not from our end, it's from operator side, but you can improve it by using a retry mechanism. Let's say the call connectivity is somehow it's not working as per expected value, but you can actually set up a retry mechanism so that you can retry them after, let's say, 15 minutes. So all those, failed calls can be connected again.
Yeah, so even
if let's say you're facing any issues with call connectivity, I would rather say that you should reach out to our support team. They will help you. I think there are a lot of ways where we try to improve connectivity by adding backups and using mobile looking numbers, and a lot of options are there. So maybe you should try the support team. They'll help you out.
Yes, in fact, Avnish also replied to Asha saying that retry option helps to increase call connectivity by 5 to 10%. Apart from that, we also have region-based VNs as per customer number, so that the call pickups in general can be improved. Okay, so those were some of the questions. So we'll wrap the session in another minute or two if we don't have anything. Folks, thanks for being here. If you have any more questions, or if you wish to experience call campaigns, there is a form in the chat window. So feel free to drop a hi there. We will get back to you as soon as possible.
I think Sanjana has asked one more question.
Yeah, so Sanjana, I think this is yeah. So we just call pickup rates broadly by two things. So one is on what happens or how to make the call land on the device, and then how can you make the customer convinced to pick up the call. So land in the call can be improved by retry options based on the network connectivity. And to improve the pickup, you can use the regional based VNs or even the branded calls, so that customers know who is calling and pick up the calls. Okay, Vijaya, we will send you the recording of the session after the webinar. Okay, so that's all for today, folks. Okay, just hang on. We have a question. Okay, from anonymous attendee. So just to rephrase the question, we have instances where customers do not pick up the calls when dialed from Exotel. So do you have value add for that? Yeah. So yes, definitely Truecaller ID. We've seen not only Truecaller but also Google verified calls is showing some results where customers know who's calling, and the rates can be higher. Pickup rates can be higher. Okay, everyone, thanks for taking time off. We will send you the email with the recording and the slides, and thanks for joining the session. Thank you. Thanks, Partha and Apoorv.
Thank you, guys. Thanks, Sahib.